I'd like to remind you to turn your camera on and mute your microphone. Well, make sure that your connection and network is well established so that you will not miss any important information. Once more, the webinar event and awarding ceremony are about to begin. We like to remind all of you to turn your camera on and mute your microphone while make sure that your connection is well established. Good afternoon. His Excellency Mr. Nang Ahmadi, the head of PM4TK IPA. Sorry. His Excellency Mr. Nang Ahmadi, the head of PM4TK IPA, or the Center for Quality Improvement of Teachers and Education Personnel in Science of Indonesia. The distinguished Mr. Iwan Budiman, the head of Indonesia Scientific Society, and the Honorable Mr. Hadian Sri Pamukas, the chairman of Bandung Creative Society. All participants of multiple nationalities, students, educators, and respectable juries, selamat datang, Wilujeng Sumping. Welcome to webinar event and awarding ceremony of Ircys 2021. We, the organizer of Ircys 2021, are very proud of having successfully managed to host this event 2 years consecutively. We are also grateful to all our participants this year for taking part in the competition. We always strive for the best to provide you with a platform where you can showcase your ideas, innovation, creativities, and answer to technological, social, or perhaps environmental problems that we are currently face. We believe that science and scientific research are the tools, are the keys for to improving our livings, and the youth, which is all of you, dear participants, are the hope for our future. That's why Ircys 2021 here present to become the stage, to become the medium for it to happen. Ladies and gentlemen and dear participants, this event would have been impossible to take place without our beloved organizers from Bandung Creative Society, led by Mr. Rahadian, and from Indonesia Scientific Society, led by Mr. Iwan, and also with the strong and dedicated support from our partners of P4TK of Indonesia Ministry of Education, Culture, Research, and Technology. We are also sending our greatest gratitude to our media partners from Riset Anak Negeri, Hima Kimia UNG, Hima Teknik Sipil Polnes, STEMA Lab, and Jaringan Sekolah Digital Indonesia. Ladies and gentlemen and dear participants, our next agenda is a speech from the chairman of Bandung Creative Society, Mr. Hadian Sri Pamungkas, Bachelor of Science. To Mr. Hadian, the podium is yours.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Dear Head of P4TK IPA, Ministry of Education, Culture, and Research, Mr. Anang Ahmadi, and all of the staff. Head of Indonesia Scientific Society, in this case, is represented by staff of program, Ms. Nindya Safaat, and all of the staff. Dear all of the committee, dear all of the judges, and dear all of the excellent participants. Science become a rationale for all decisions made by human without exception. Science also makes humans more useful to others. Therefore, Bandung Creative Society, in collaboration with Indonesian Scientific Society, supported by P4TK IPA, always committed to continuing to put forward good research and science in order to create good, competitive, and beneficial research climate. With participants from 4 continents and 18 nations, we are sure that Ircys 2021 can be pioneer of the best educational event in the world. I want to thank you, the entire committee, and all of those involved in this event. We hope that Ircys 2021 can be carried out again and again. And I want to thank the 6 excellent judges that always carried out the assignment just and wise. I hope your excellences is going more in the future. Do not forget to mention all of the affiliations who always support and believe to our agenda. May we could do something in the future better more. and all of the media partners who try to reach society even more, I will say thank you. I hope the best to all of the participants. I believe that you are already a winner, whatever the result is. All of you is just give the best to all of the judges. And I want to inform you that the grand awardee from Ircys 2021 is signed to Asian Youth for Future Festival 2021 for free. Congratulations to all participants and thank you. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Thank you to Mr. Hadian for the speech that is so inspiring and touching. And that was great news, yeah, dear participant, that the winner or the grand winner, let's call it, will be awarded by some special prize, yeah, to get the invitation, yeah, to the international event for SEA level. So there was the speech from Mr. Hadian. And dear participants and ladies and gentlemen, for the speech itself, there are two more others to come. The second one will be coming from the ISS, the Indonesia Scientific Society, that will be presented by Miss Nindya Safaat, Bachelor of Science, on behalf of Mr. Iwan Budiman, Bachelor of Science and Master of Education. To Miss Nindya Safaat, the time and place are yours.
Hello, can you hear my voice clearly?
Loud and clear, Miss Nindya.
All right, thank you, MC. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, respectable judges, respectable all committee, respectable all participants from around the world. It is a great pleasure for me for being to welcome you to the international webinar and awarding of the second International Research Competition for Young Scientists 20 and 21. I am especially honored to be the representative from Indonesian Scientific Society. With the pleasure and blessing of our God, we can be here together attending this webinar. With the title, the Digital Transformation to Enhance Sustainability Development Goals in the New Normal Era. I hope that all of you can absorb and implement the message and content that will be delivered by our keynote speaker. And also, I'd like to say congratulations to all the participants in second International Research Competition for Young Scientists 20 and 21 for giving your best and be brave to challenge yourself through this event. All of your hard work will always pay off. Being selected from 100 participants and being brave to challenge yourself, give your best, whatever the result will be, is a very great thing. I hope you will always consistent to learn, to grow, to always never give up for giving your best. And I'm also proud to you, to your big potential and to your spirit. And I also heard that one of the speakers for this webinar is Dylan. He is one of the youngest participants on this event, on this International Young Research Competition 20 and 21. I'm very surprised to know that he is so brave, and also I'm so proud of him. I wish each of you well on your future. I will cherish the moment we have spent here together. So please keep learning through this webinar. And once again, congratulations to all of the participants of second International Research Competition for Young Scientists 20 and 21. So stay healthy and also stay safe. So I will hand it over to our Master of Ceremony. Thank you.
All right, thank you, Ms. Nindya, for the beautiful speech. And thank you as well for the teamwork from Indonesia Scientific Society with Bandung Creative Society, because This event, international research competition for young scientists, will never been possible to be held without the amazing support and amazing cooperation between these two bodies of group. Yeah. So, but the next one, and this is also as important as the other two, is the speech, yeah, from our how do you call it, seniors? It's not the seniors. It's like our not elders too, but he is a very important person. Okay. Uh, Dear participant, we'd like to tell you that now the event here, the awarding ceremony itself, is taking place at PM4TK IPA. For you who live in Indonesia, maybe you are familiar with what PM4TK IPA is, especially for those who live in West Java. So PM4TK IPA is, in English, we call it as the Center of Quality Improvement for teachers and education personals in science. Is like the place where the science teachers, whether it is from biology, physics, or chemistry, to go and to gather and to have like a seminar or like a training to improve their knowledge and their skills in teaching that will be applied at school. And for the Center of the Improvement Quality and Improvement of Teachers and Educators, Education Personnel in Science in Indonesia itself is only located here at Bandung. That's why earlier in the beginning, I welcome you with a very native welcoming, local welcoming of Bahasa Sunda, Wilujeng Sumping. It's a bit unfamiliar for those who live outside West Java, but especially for those live outside Indonesia. But it basically means selamat datang, yeah, dear participant. And I'm fully aware that, and I recognize that many of you are coming from outside of Indonesia. There are participants from Mexico, yeah. As far as I'm concerned, at Mexico, it's perhaps like 1 o'clock or 12 o'clock at midnight, and I do really appreciate you, including from Brazil too. Yeah, that's very late at night. So thank you for your hard work and determination to take part in this competition. Okay, so before we move to the next speech, instead of listening to the speech from our contributors, we are also keen on hearing your voices too, dear participants. You were given like time to speak and to tell your ideas and opinions only in the competition session. But now I would really love to have you to give us your opinions, your impression of how you feel about this event, how you think of about this event, how much you are impressed with the Ircys 2021. So to dear participant, please do not hesitate to tell your opinions, to speak your mind about this event. If you have any suggestion, we will thoroughly receive it. And to do that, to take your turn in the session, please hit the raise hand button. So we'll see who will get to take the turn. Yeah. So and the operators can notice you. So the operator will allow you to speak with microphone on, ya teman-teman, with microphone on, ya participants. Please, maybe from Zana or Mariana or who else? Perhaps Dylan or Galuh? Anyone? I'm pretty sure that you have opinions and you have gone through everything to get to this level in this competition. I wonder how you feel about that. I wonder how impressed you are with this event. Can you tell me something about that? Or perhaps Keiko? Anyone? Do not hesitate to raise your hand and tell how you feel and think. Okay. I'm going to point someone here, yeah? What about Arif? Arif Prawoko. How are you doing? Don't be afraid, I will not bite you. Okay, Arif, you can turn your microphone on, Arif.
Hello, sir.
Hello. Okay, Arif, let's not beat around the bush, yeah, Arif, yeah. What do you think about this event, the Ircys 2021?
The International Research Competition for Young Scientists 2021 is the very good to be at the knowledge in the research and the developing of technology. Thank you.
Okay, that was wonderful opinion that you had, yeah, Arif, yeah. Thank you for the honesty as well, yeah. And we will always try to enhance this competition year by years, and hopefully you will take part in the same competition again next year, Arif, yeah, in the Ircys 2022. And let's see how things will going then. I do believe that things will just get improved and you will like it for sure. And congratulations to the friend sitting next to Arif too, yeah. Hopefully you receive a meaningful and exciting experience from this competition. Thank you really much. Okay, that was from Arif, and thank you for your bravery, yeah, and courage to tell us about the feelings and the thought that you have. And beside Arif, anybody else? Perhaps Milky or Galuh? Ga Okay, so beside the participants, I also wonder what the juries think of this year competition, especially what they perceive of the participants this year. So I would like to invite Ms. Kartika. Ms. Kartika, are you there? Ms. Kartika is one of our juries here in this competition, and okay, perhaps the Ms. Kartika is currently unavailable. So for now, as we have seen that Mr. Anang Amadi has been here with us, and without any further ado, for now we will be hearing speech from none other than Mr. Anang Ahmadi, Bachelor and Master of Education, and the head of P4TK IPA. To Mr. Anang, we please you to join us here on the podium. The time and place are yours.
Ya, sudah nyambung, connected.
Sudah, Pak.
Ya, baik. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Dear Mr. Iwan Budiman, Chairman of the Indonesian Scientific Society, dear Mr. Rahadian Sri Pamungkas, Chairman of the Bandung Creative Society, dear Mr. Muhammad Ismi Raskanda, Project Manager of the Second International Research Competition for Young Scientists 2021, dear Judge of Second International Research Competition for Young Scientists 2021. Also, to the committee and participants who I am proud of. With blessing for Almighty God, Allah Subhanahu wa Ta'ala, we can gather in this place in good health. Therefore, let us give thanks to the presence of Almighty God. With His blessing, we can all attend the awarding ceremony of a second International Research Competition for Young Scientists 2021. I want to say thank you to everyone who has poured out his focus to make second International Research Competition for Young Scientists 2021 possible. Hopefully, this event can continue, even though in a pandemic situation that we won't know when it will end. Our enthusiasm for work must be kindled, one of which is by participation event like second International Research Competition for Young Scientists 2021 as well as possible. Thank you to all the participants who have struggled to create extraordinary works. Whatever result you get, it is not a matter of winning or losing, but is how we can do something that can be useful for yourself, your school, or even your country. Finally, hopefully, what we have done lately can produce maximum result. Thank you very much. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Thank you to Mr. Ana for the inspiring speech. Thank you really much for your presence here, Mr. Ana. We are really delighted by your presence in this event, and thank you for the wonderful support for this event too. Thank you really much. And ladies and gentlemen, that was all the speech from our speakers. And for the next agenda, we are going to bring you to the webinar event, which is one of the main agenda for today's activity. So in this webinar event, there are 3 speakers that is coming from various countries. And we'd like to have you to listen to this webinar because the webinar itself will be super amazing. So without any further ado, dear speakers, the first speaker, or we call it keynote speaker, is coming from my native country, from Indonesia, and his name is Mr. Ari, Mr. Ari Hardian, or let's call him Dr. Ari Hardian, Bachelor and Master of Science. So, dear participant, Dr. Ari himself is currently work as a lecturer at Unjani, Universitas Jenderal Ahmad Yani, and He's the doctor in how do you call it? Like inorganic inorganic chemistry from Institute of Bandung Institute of Technology. And Mr. Ari Hadian himself has spent education not just in Indonesia but as well as at Korea at Pohang University of Science and Technology. And he also had education at Bandung Institute of Technology and Indonesia University of Education. He's currently not just active in Unjani or Universitas of Jenderal Ahmad Yani, but he is also the lecturer at various other universities in Indonesia. And he also received numerous scholarships in the past as well as now. And without any further delay, dear participants, we would love to hear what Mr. Ari is going to deliver. So to Mr. Ari. Okay, Alhamdulillah. You have been with us, yeah, Mr. Dr. Ari, yeah? We are delighted by your presence, Dr. Ari. And at the time and place are yours. The voice is not clear, Dr. Ari.
Okay, how about now?
Okay, now it's better, much better than before.
Okay. Maybe my earphones not good.
Technical
Okay.
difficulties.
Okay, hello everyone. Good afternoon. Okay, before we start, I will open my slide first. Okay, okay, wait a second. Okay, may I share my slide first? Okay, can you see my slide?
Already, Mr. Ari.
Okay, I will start my presentation now. How much time? 20 minutes or 30 minutes?
30 minutes, Mr. Ari.
Oh, okay. Okay, so Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good afternoon, everyone. Firstly, I would like to congratulate to all participants for joining the International Research Competition for Young Scientists 2021. I believe that your research will provide tremendous benefits for society and also your country. I would like also to say thank you to the committee that has given me an opportunity to become one of the judges and also one of the speaker in this closing ceremony. Okay, like MC mentioned before, my name is Ari Hardian. In daily, I am an lecturer at Department of Chemistry, Faculty of Science and Informatics, Universitas Jenderal Ahmad Yani, also known as Unjani, yeah, the one and only private university in Cimahi City, Cimahi located near Bandung. Okay, so as a lecturer, I have 3 duties, which is teaching, doing the research, and the last is community service or community engagement. Beside, I also one of the expert staff at Indonesia Scientific Society since 2020. My research interests are material chemistry, especially related to the energy and the environment. so that in this opportunity, I want to share about my research experiences as a chemist regarding with energy and environment from the beginning. I start my research since 2007 to today. Okay, so this is my title, my presentation title, chemist role for future better energy and environment. So everybody knows about sustainable development goals, right? By United Nations, there are 17 of sustainable development goals. Energy and environment become one of the goals. Okay, as you can see here in number 6, for example, is related with the environment, clean water and sanitation. And then number 7 is related with the energy, affordable and clean energy. And number 13, climate action, is related with the environment. These 3 goals are very related with my research experience. And coincidentally, this number obey the rule of mathematics. If we sum 6 with 6 plus 7 is equal to 13, so that it is easy for us to remember it. Okay, because honestly, before I took chemistry as my major, for many previous years, I like mathematics better than chemistry. Okay, so back again, these goals are also connect to each other. I mean, these 3 goals, right? For example, the energy source that we use can give significant impact to the climate change, for example, and also the quality of water. For example, acid rain, maybe you know that. So let's see the fact about our energy and our environment today. So this is the facts about the issue of our energy today. Okay, took the facts of our energy today from UNEP, yeah? United Nations Environment Program. Okay, wait a second. Heavy rain here. Sorry. So, okay, I continue again. So I took these facts from a website UNEP, or United Nations Environment Program. So there are 5 facts, as we can see here. The first fact, the fact number 1, 3 billion people rely on wood, coal, charcoal, or animal waste for cooking and heating. And the number 2 facts is energy is a dominant contributor to the climate change. Around 60% of total global greenhouse gas emission produced by our energy sources. So the third is since 1990, global emission of carbon dioxide have increased by more than 46%. Hydropower is the largest single renewable electricity source today, providing 16% of world electricity at competitive prices. It dominates the electricity mix in several countries, developed, emerging, or developing. And the last but not least is bioenergy. Bioenergy is the single largest renewable energy source today, providing 10% only of world primary energy supply. So this is the condition of our energy today. So how about yes, we always hear about energy crisis, right? In several news. For example, I see around 2 weeks ago, CASE, okay, This is CASE, Clean, Affordable, and Secure Energy for Southeast Asia project, held a discussion entitled Energy Crisis in UK and Europe, Lesson Learned for Indonesia Energy Transition, which invited speakers from the UK and also Europe, and also Indonesia, of course. As we know, in recent months, many media have reported on the energy crisis in Europe. In the UK, for example, many electric and gas utility companies went bankrupt and were forced to close. People are also seen queuing at gas stations to buy fuel. These phenomena show us that even countries with strong economies are still quite vulnerable to the energy security issue. So how about our country itself, Indonesia, as one of the developing country? Fabi Tumiwa, one of the speakers here, the executive director of IESR, Institute for Essential Service Reform, in this discussion said and conclude that the Indonesia itself does not need to worry about energy crisis that occur in not only in Europe but China, Britain or UK or even India, because Indonesia has the advantage of a better energy transition planning towards decarbonization way earlier. So we don't have to worry about this because the energy crisis comes or happen due to the energy transition there. That country is very depend to the fossil fuel energy. Energy crisis here mean fossil fuel crisis because the fossil fuel price is the price of fossil fuel is increased significantly at that time. So the country is not enough to buy the fossil fuel for energy demand itself. So, but this energy crisis often accelerating the development of renewable energy. So it is like a blessing in disguise, right? Okay, so we jump to the environment issue. Here we have 20 major current environmental problems. For example, number one is pollution, of course, in air, in water, in soil pollution, and then global warming, and then deforestations, climate change, acid rain, water pollution. That's the example of environmental problems that related with my research also. Okay, so me as a chemist, what should I do? So how chemists like me can solve those big problems? We have two big problems. First is energy crisis, and the second is environmental problems. So what should we do next? Yeah, this is the memes of chemists because chemists can make or have the solutions. So don't worry about that. Okay. So we make a problem and we make also the solutions for that problems. So I jump to my first experience in research, but in this case, in this time, at that time I just doing the literature study. So in 2007, me and my friends, still a bachelor student there, made one paper based on literature study with the topic of biodegradable plastic, also known as bioplastic, from tofu industry wastewater. So as we can see here, PLA here, PLA or polylactic acid, is the polymer behind this bioplastic. As we can see in the first picture here, the life cycle of PLA based product. This is the life cycle of PLA product. So PLA, what is PLA? PLA is polylactic acid. As I mentioned before, is an excellent biodegradable plastic, commonly produced from starch here, which can be easily shaped between temperature 190 up to 230 degrees Celsius when printing. So here in the life cycle, photosynthesis here, regarded as the starting process, marked as number 1. Starch extract from corn and other grains, and the grains is fermented into lactic acid, which is the main source to produce PLA. And then PLA-based products are everywhere. You can see from tableware up to auto parts, from packaging to medical treatment. In practice, it is first generated in the granular form, then further processed for different manufacturing technology. After we use the PLA product, PLA base can be treated and disposal in an environment friendly manner. The process marked as number 1 and 6 and 7 are a natural process, while number 2 until 5 are with human intervention. In my paper here, in our paper, we try to replace the PLA source here using something that is cheap, even no cost, abundant, and also not compete with foodstuff, which is tofu industry wastewater. In the second picture here, we can see the process of making tofu from soybean. This process also resulting by product or waste. There are solid waste and liquid waste. We focus on the liquid waste due to it can be as a source of rich lactic acid. Okay. In the third figure here, we can see also the potential of this idea to be implemented, especially in my city, Bandung, because we have, based on Google Maps, we have 13 at least tofu industries around around my city. So this is very potential to be implemented in my city. So this paper bring us to the 5th place in the university scientific paper competition. So the next year after, in 2008, we try to switch to change our topic into bioethanol. As we know, bioethanol is attracting notice as a new type of fuel, and there are high expectations for process manufacturing bioethanol from biomass here, particularly of the cellulose type does not compete. This is cellulose type, does not compete with foodstuff. For example, rice straw and waste food. Cellulose is a polysaccharide made of linked glucose units, and thus it is possible to obtain glucose here by breaking down the cellulose using cellulase enzyme, and ethanol here, or bioethanol, can be produced by fermenting the glucose with microorganisms such as yeast. However, the original role of cellulose is to main the structure of plants, and it is highly crystalline, persistent polymer. The enzyme decomposition rate of cellulose is extremely slow, And this is the major problem for achieving practical application of bioethanol production from biomass. So, rice husk is the main biomass byproduct of the rice industry due to its content of cellulose and hemicellulose. The rice husk has a great potential for its alternative use in the production of bioethanol. Everybody knows, right, that Indonesia is the biggest agricultural country, and I believe the biomass, especially rice husk, will be abundant in Indonesia. So Indonesia have potential become one of the biggest country as bioethanol producers from biomass. So this paper bring me also to the national final in Jarum Scientific Paper Competition in that time. Okay, next year after 2009, I changed again my focus research to the energy, which is dye sensitized solar cell for best candidate future energy. So dye sensitized solar cell, or DSSC, are a third generation of solar cells used as an alternative to traditional silicon solar cells. DSSC also one of example of nature-inspired design because it is an artificial photosynthesis to capture the solar energy. DSSC are characterized by their durability, easy handling, and ability to perform better under diverse lighting conditions, which makes them an ideal choice for indoor application. However, this technology suffers from several limitations, including low efficiency, susceptibility to electrolyte leakage, because we use liquid electrolyte here. When put under extreme weather condition, and the need for expensive materials fabrication and fabrication technique, which limits their large-scale industrial application. That's the major problems in developing of this technology. As we can see in the first figure, we can see an example of DSSC. The DSSC working principle are illustrated in the second figure here. As we can see here, sunlight is absorbed by the dye here, the red dot one, which is absorbed on a titania or titanium dioxide based electrode. Absorbed photon excite an electron from the HOMO to the LUMO of the dye. As a consequence, the excited electron is transferred into the titania electrode here, and then goes to the external circuit. Okay, and then the dye is regenerated thanks to the couple redox electrolyte here, iodide and triiodide, that contain in the electrolyte. So today, up to now, this technology, DSSC technology, efficiency is 12%, and it will reach using ruthenium complex as sensitizer or dye. Okay, so that is also our problems because ruthenium complex based dye are very expensive. Therefore, developing in this technology is try to find alternative dye, for example, natural dye, to replace the ruthenium complex. Again, Indonesia has a big potential to explore this research because Indonesia is the second largest biodiverse country after Brazil. Therefore, many kind of natural dyes can be found in Indonesia. So this paper also bring me to the first place in chemistry award competition at that time, 2009. Okay, so in the same year, I try with my friends also making some paper based on literature study again, which is polyphenol acetate for soil erosion prevention. So global change affects biogeochemical cycles, and soils play a key role in these cycles. Soil erosion is a threat to soil sustainability, and scientific research is looking for new solutions to reduce and control the accelerated soil erosion rates in agricultural lands. Soil erosion is a worldwide problem that needs solution to achieve sustainable production of fibers and food for humankind, and to maintain geochemical, hydrological, and erosional cycles in a stable condition, so that soils play a key role to achieve the sustainable development goals as mentioned before. Now polymers, we know that, have been reported as useful tools to reduce soil erosion rates and increase soil fertility. It is emphasized as a general result that even when the polymers are applied to the soil surface at low doses, they may have significant positive effects on the improvement of aggregates and structural stability. Specifically, polyacrylamide, polyacrylamide PAM, and polyphenol alcohol, PVA, have been used in erosion studies since 1950s. Everybody know wood glue here. The major ingredient of wood glue is polyphenol acetate. Chemists can turn polyphenol acetate into polyphenol alcohol by adding sodium hydroxide in a methanol solvent. So it is this will be alternative to prevent the soil erosion in Indonesia, because we can find wood glue in every store, I guess, right? And the price is not much, it's not expensive. So in this picture, Yakupoglu et al. In 2019 report that the application of polymer can be considered to be a more effective soil erosion control method when the soil aggregates are larger than 6.4 millimeter. Okay, so this paper bring us to be one of 120 innovative and creative at PKM KT. Okay, so this is again about energy. This is also my my thesis, my bachelor thesis, is talk about DSSC using ionic liquid crystal as the electrolyte. So as mentioned before in previous slide, that DSSC has a drawback which is susceptibility to electrolyte leakage under extreme weather condition. In an effort to develop stable electrolyte systems, ionic liquids have been screened as solvents due to their unique properties, such as chemical and thermal stability, negligible vapor pressure, no flammability, high ionic conductivity, and wide electrochemical window. However, compared with organic solvent, the common solvent used in the SSC, the large viscosity of ionic liquid drastically retard the physical diffusion of iodide species in the electrolyte, resulting in the lower light to electricity conversion efficiency of the SSC. Thus, numerous efforts have been made to improve photovoltaic performance of DSSC with ionic liquid-based electrolyte, such as exploring new kind of ionic liquids with low viscosity or changing the structure of the ionic liquids. And I took the second one, changing the structure of the ionic liquids, by synthesized or by made prepared an ionic liquid crystal. The new candidate is ionic liquid crystal here because it can it has self-assembly ability. Therefore, even the viscosity is still high, but the charge transport is also high. Okay, so ionic liquid crystal is potential to be used as the SSC electrolyte due to its high stability and high charge transport, even the viscosity is still high. And fatty mezzolinium is one of a type of ILC can be synthesized for natural fatty acid. So again, enriched biodiversity countries has big potential to develop this kind of ILC for the SSC applications. And this research bring us a gold medal in PIMNAS 2022. Okay, so this is maybe the last but not least. This is my thesis and dissertation topic. This is a solid oxide fuel cell, intermediate temperature using electrolyte Codopteria. Yeah, ceria is a cerium oxide. This is a fuel cell. Everybody knows fuel cell is an electrochemical device that converts chemical energy into electrical energy. So SOFC, as you can see here, SOFC are the most efficient device yet invented that can convert chemical energy into electrical energy. The most efficient SOFC. So I try to focus on this research. But SOFC has a drawback. For example, because high temperature, sometimes there are unexpected reaction between the component. So we try to lowering the temperature of operational the operational temperature of SOFC by changing the electrolyte using Codopteria based solid electrolyte. So this is again my another research as a supervisor for student high school about a zeolite for nitrate ion removal in contaminated river water. I use natural zeolite from Bayah, Banten, because we have a lot in our lab. So, but we need to modify it before we use it for adsorbent of nitrate ion. And then this is 2018, 3 years ago. I supervised my student also in Unjani, and we got first place in PTM LIPI scientific paper competition. We focus on synthesize composite activated carbon with magnetic spinel magnetic so that the adsorbent can separate easily when we want to regenerate or we want to reuse it. Okay, this is the last 2019. Back again to the DSSC performance. We try another alternative to increase the performance of DSSC by making co-solvent. Yeah, so the solvent used in the electrolyte, we combine two or three solvent for the electrolyte, and we can see that the DMF solvent generate highest efficiency, almost 6%, which is greater than the commercial one electrolyte. But the DMF have some environmental issue because it is toxic for environment. So this is my publication in this year. I have 12 publication in this year. Maybe you can read if you want to. So still about the photocatalyst magnetic, adsorbent magnetic, and then nanoparticle for heat transfer, nanofluid, for example, activated carbon again, and then about environment, phenol removal using membrane, and then this is validation, I guess. Then we try to make a photocatalyst, which has our auriferous structure here, and this is for catalyst also. This is for antimicrobial agent and etc. So because the time is up, I think that's all from me. I just want to say, keep curious, doing your research, keep moving forward. Thank you. Thank you, MC.
Okay, siap. We are thanking you instead, Dr. Ari, because
You're welcome.
we are so grateful with the opportunity that you have given to us and for attending this meeting, especially to become one of our jury, Mr. Ari. Thank you really much.
You're
And to
welcome.
borrow and to borrow your statement, Mr. Ari, earlier in your presentation, I do believe that we need more chemists here everywhere.
Yes.
Because
yes, please join with me as a chemist.
Inshallah, I'm actually a physicist.
Physicist. Okay, almost the same.
Almost the same, but only chemists that can create solution. That's correct.
Yeah, solution. Any kind of solution, we can make it.
we can combine it, yeah, Mr. Ari.
Yeah, okay. Let's go.
Alhamdulillah. And speaking of energy, most of the cases, when we create solution from reaction, it always generates energy. If I'm not mistaken, yeah, Mr. Ari.
Yes, that's right.
That's right. Okay, Mr. Ari, thank you really much. We do really appreciate your opportunity and presence here in our event.
Thank you. Good luck, everyone.
Good luck. Thank you, Mister. They must be cheered, yeah. Alhamdulillah, and that was an amazing presentation from Dr. Ari, and we learned many things from him, and especially his determination in scientific research in creating many different solutions for various problems. Everyday problems, yeah, to be exact, everyday problems, but in a wider view, it is essential and it is so important in the continuation of our livelihood as human beings, dear participants and dear participants and ladies, also gentlemen. In the beginning of this event, I reminded you to turn your camera on, but it is so unfortunate that once I see the list of the participants, only few of you are with camera on. So once more, we are asking you, dear participants, to turn your camera on. It is okay to mute your audio because it is supposedly, but for the microphone, we are so expecting you to turn it on. And I can see more participants are turning their camera on. So much appreciation for that, yeah. And next up, ladies and gentlemen and dear participants, our second speaker is when we're talking about physics, is like the end of the spectrum, the opposite end of the spectrum from Dr. Ari, but in regard of the position, yeah, not perhaps not knowledge, yeah, or purpose in our competition here. So Mr. Ari was the jury and he was a lecturer. Meanwhile, our second speaker here is one of the, if not the youngest participant in Ircys 2021. So he is quite young, as young as me perhaps, but I'm delusional. So without any further delay, dear participant, our second speaker is Dilan Sirilo Anwar. Okay, Dilan Sirilo Anwar is from Indonesia, and his research title is Save the Forest or SAPOS game, an educational game for children to protect and conserve forests. So Dilan is already here with us. Okay, Dilan, can you hear me clearly?
Yes, Mister.
Okay, your voice is clear too. Dilan, are you ready?
Yes, Mister.
Okay, go ahead then. The time and place are yours.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello, everyone. As we know, a lot benefits in the forest. First, nurture our soil. Second, act as carbon sinks. Third, provide healthy food to millions. Fourth, are natural aqueducts. Fifth, host 80% of biodiversity on Earth. Deforestation worldwide. Over 43 million hectares of forest destroyed in 13 years. Deforestation in Kalimantan Island in Indonesia. Children and less knowledge. Children, as the successor of generation of the nation, important agents in the building of environment, it is important to grow the interest and spirit of them. Children who has less simulation or information related to the environment becoming less sensitive to the environment, so it ultimately has a less interest in it. From that background, I'm Dresan War with my research supervisor, Mr. Snoto from SD Haji Syati Bateman War Semarang, want to present to you Savos Game, Save the Forest Game. This is educational game for kids to protect and conserve the forest. The purpose is to increase the knowledge of the students about forest with Savos Game, and the hypothesis is Savos Game can increase students' knowledge about forest. Use forest and fire. Use deforestation at Amazon in 2020. The deforestation in 2020 is the highest deforestation in the history. 1.3 million forest burning is caused by human. 260,000 is caused by natural. So if someone forget to put out the campfire, so it will be one of the cause of forest burning. So this is how to put out the campfire. This is forest waste. A lot of waste in the forest. This is river water pollution. This is forest and illegal logging. The illegal logging against the law. What about pandemic? This is deforestation in pandemic. 31% of the Earth's surface is covered by forest. 20 million acres of forest were lost between 1990 and 2020. 2004 2,400 trees are cut down each minute. 137 different species of plants, animals, and birds are lost every single day due to global forest loss. 50,000 species are lost each year as a result of deforestation. Deforestation increased 12% globally in 2020, according to the World Resources Institute. We can help to stop deforestation with 4R. Refuse, reduce, reuse, and recycle. Game and knowledge. From children to adults need a device or tool that can be supporting everyday needs. The game today not only serves entertainment alone. A device or tool can provide assistance in finding information to support their activities. Information alone, thus combining some entertainment such as games, will make the application more attractive. Research on digital games based on education and creativity is still active. The result indicated the increasing
Iya, laporan tugas akhirnya dia.
and creativity. We make an education game with a Scratch application. We test the game to 128 elementary students as a pre-test and post-test and collected the data. After doing the pre-test, the student invites to Zoom meetings individually through the game and the post-test. Here's a timeline. We do the planning for 4 weeks. We make the design for 4 weeks. We do the testing and evaluation for 2 weeks, and we make the report for 2 weeks. This is the result of the pre-test and post-test from the student. The student reached score 9 increased from 42.19% to 71.57%. This is the result of the pre-test and post-test increase score from the student. The student who increased 1 point was 64.44%, 2 point 26.6%, 3 point and 4 point was 4.44%. Discussion. The effectiveness of digital games-based learning is also measured by testing the game to students by holding a pre-test and post-test. The student used as a tool in learning can increase students' interest and motivation. The gaming method was put more effective in boosting students' knowledge and additional motivational than the non-gaming approach. Educational video games has been integrated into the learning method to provide motivating and meaningful learning experiences. The students' interest increases as they thought the game is advantageous and fun, which at the same time causes them to be more knowledgeable. Conclusion. Toughest games can increase the knowledge of the students about the forest. Further recommendation. For the next research, we test the game to the student in junior and senior high school. This is our references, and this is our documentation. Thank you everyone for the attention. Save the forest, save the future. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. That's correct, Dylan. Congratulations to you, yeah. That's correct. Save the forest, save the future. So we cannot feel more proud after seeing Dylan, one of our young scientists, being so excited with his research. We are so proud of you, Dylan. And his research is like, okay, good job, Dylan. Wonderful. As an adult, I'm impressed by your research because it is quite thorough. It's like you create like preliminary, research, then you create like a post and pre and post test. That's that's a college level research. Wonderful job, Dylan. So Dylan's research is like from the youth, by the youth, for the youth, for raising the awareness of the importance of the forest. So forest is like our lung, yeah, the breathing, providing oxygen for all the humans and also other living organisms. And I do believe you have so many places to go in your future, Dylan. A way to go. Okay, dear participants, ladies and gentlemen, that was the presentation from our dear friend Dylan Sirilo Anwar. Yeah, and for our last webinar, the speaker is coming from one of the country on earth that has the largest rainforest. Can you guess what country is this? If your guess was Brazil, so you're correct. So our last speaker, last but not least, of course, is coming from Brazil, and his name is Mr. If you allow me to call you Mr. Eduardo, sorry, Mr. Eduardo de Andrade. So Mr. Eduardo de Andrade is already here. And to summary your curriculum vitae for short, Mr. Eduardo de Andrade is an expert in the area of student exchange, scientific fairs, and educational events. He also owns a multinational company specializing in this field. And Mr. Eduardo is actually capable in speaking multiple languages, yeah, including his own native language, which is Portuguese, if I'm not mistaken, and French, Spanish, English, Italian, Russian. And Mr. Eduardo is also fond of the word of aviation. And as I said earlier, he owns a company, a multinational company called World International Fairs Association, yeah, or WIFA. And he is acting as the president himself. He is also active as a secretary at World Innovation in Fashion and Creativity Council, whose headquarters at Jakarta, Indonesia. And he was a former general coordinator at London Leadership Competition at Oxford, London, which is an international forum. And he is also has numerous activities, international activities and experience from his native country of Brazil and his neighboring country of Mexico. Also countries at Europe like in Netherlands, Belgium, and UK, to countries in Asia like Hong Kong and Indonesia. So, ladies and gentlemen, without more ado, I present you Mr. Eduardo de Andrade. To Mr. Eduardo, the time is yours.
Thank you. Can you hear me? It's okay, my voice?
I can hear your voice crystal clear, Mr. Edward.
Okay, so thank you for the presentation. I can see that we have many people from many parts of the world here. So I can see some from Mexico or Peru. I don't know exactly from where, but I know that's Spanish. I can see some people from Europe. I know how to recognize some people from Europe, and obviously many friends from Indonesia. So it's a pleasure to be with you again here with ISS. Actually, here it's 4 a.m. now, so it will be a kind complicated, but I'm here to participate with you. I know that for many people is already a problem because the time in Indonesia is a little bit different from many parts of the world. Obviously, in Asia is a little bit easier, but we also all the time have this problem to match the meetings, to match the participants and everything. So thank you for this invite to participate with you in this webinar. I think that you introduced me really, really well. At this time, I am a pilot and cabin crew. So I work in aviation basically, but I also am the CEO of a multinational company present in 144 countries that's called WIFA. So I've been working with education and international opportunities for several years. Now I live in Recife, but I'm not from Recife. That's in Brazil. Actually, I'm from Ukraine, a little city called Mariupol in Ukraine. So I've been living here in Brazil for 14, maybe 15 years. So I know everything here from Brazil. And also it's a pleasure to be with you again at this meeting. So can I start sharing my screen to my presentation?
Yes, please, Mr. Edward.
Okay. Okay, so now we are going to talk a little bit about what we can talk about education opportunities in the SDG 4. So I think that everyone now is talking about some of the many SDG, and I think that's is the most important point is education. Obviously, with the COVID-19, everyone had a focus on health, but also we need to have a focus in education. So we had a situation with the president of Brazil, and he said something really true. We focus at many in COVID-19, and this is really important, but also we forget to focus in many other things. And this is around the world, is not only in Brazil. So it's really, really important that here, in this moment that we are trying to recover our society to what we can call normal, is really important for us to remain and refocus the focus in education. So we need to start again to talk about education. We need to return to talk about education, to the educational events, to the scientific events. And obviously ISS is doing this really, really well, but it's really our responsibility as people to start discussing about it and talking about education, because we really need people, amazing people, as the little student that had a webinar before me, because we need to start talking about this. So at this moment in my presentation, I will talk a little bit about the opportunities that we have around the world, because it's really, really different when you have a vision of all the world, Indonesia, the whole Europe, United States, Brazil, Peru, Mexico, when you have how education is in each country of this, as I have, you start seeing that education is also a culture. So in each country, we have a different education. And I'm not talking about quality. I'm talking about the strategies to teach. I'm talking about how the people see education. So in some countries, the people basically don't see education, but in most part of the countries, the people see education as a amazing thing. Like in Indonesia, it took really, really well. So when you have this vision of what you are constructing and what we have in each country, you can start to develop many, many things. So this international vision is really important when you talk about education. Today, we are going to talk about fairs opportunities, like this scientific opportunities, like the events of ISS. We're going to talk about international exchange, that I am specialist. Also the work and student program. So this is some of the programs that we've worked that the most part of the students are searching for, to basically work in another country. So receive euros or dollars to work in the United States and everything. So how I can use my educational level, how can I use the SDG 4 to get a job in another part of the world, because this is really connected with education. So all the time we need to have a not a high level, but we need to have a small education at least to travel, to make a travel to another countries, even you speak English, because it's not only English. Okay, so if you speak English, okay, that's your responsibility, but you need to know a little bit more. So we're going to talk about a little bit about the work and student program, and also companies and organization. companies and organization, basically how to create it and why this is important, basically. Because I can see that some countries has many organizations, many companies we have around the world, but we don't have many educational companies, and we don't have many educational organizations, youth organizations, I mean. So we're going to talk about how to create it and what's the benefits of creating this in your country, for example. So first of all, we're going to talk about fairs, opportunities. So the scientific part of the opportunities around the world. So as you know, I think that you know, we have many scientific events like fairs around the world. And basically these events, you participate with a project. So you develop a project in high school. Sometimes it's different, but basically in high school, you have more projects. And then you present these projects and in many opportunities. These opportunities are the fairs. So participate in these fairs, you can get many awards. So these awards can be a credential, as we call in Brazil and here in America. So a credential basically is a document that you can participate with this project in another event. So basically you're going to participate in the first event and after the second event. So for example, you participate in ISS and you're going to get a credential to Hong Kong, China, or Europe, or Poland, or any other country. So this is the way credentials work. So my company also work with this, but not now in the pandemic situation, because as the organizations of ISS know, it's really difficult to create online event. Basically, it's not too difficult than a presential event, but it's also too difficult. And one time that it's really difficult to take students also, because the student want to participate in a presential event, but we can't have a presential event at this moment. So we need to start creating some different way of creating events, science events and science competitions. So the fairs opportunities are basically something that we can see around the world. So we have events in Peru and Mexico, United States and Canada, but we also have events in Tunisia, events in Angola, we have events in Zambia, in Botswana, in many other countries in Africa, in Europe, many also, and in Indonesia too. Something that I see that's really interesting in this is that in Asia and Brazil, we have many events in just one country. So some countries has many events, many science fairs. But if you stop to see in Europe, for example, if you see each country in Europe, most part of the time you're going to have one event per country. Some countries, 2, 3, 4, basically is a continent, yeah. But when you stop to see Brazil, that has approximately 300 fairs in one country, and Indonesia that has many too. So, but if you go to Belgium, if you go to these countries, you're not going to find many international events. I mean, so in Belgium, for example, we have 2. In Brazil, we have 300 that are international. So this is really good, because now you know the countries that you can find some amazing opportunities for science fairs. And I also repeat to you that it's really important that we comprehend, and so we understand the power of the science events. Okay, so all my educational life started with like science fairs, and then I became I constructed all my company. I expand my company to international. I get my $1 million for the first time with 18 years old, and then I'm constructing each time more with education. But I started with the scientific events, so the science competition. So I started with this, and now I can say that my life is better because I started with this. I think that Ari started the presentation talking a little bit about many projects and many research that he's been developing in many years. But in 2029 or 2009, I was born, but I was a child, so many people was developing these projects. And in the other point, we have Dylan that created project really younger than me, or even Ircys. So this is really important to see the contrast, you know. So it's really amazing to see that people started at the same point, but they reached different moments in life to create the scientific events, because the scientific events work for everyone, basically. So what is an international exchange? Because many people have different ideas of exchange. But a cultural exchange or an international exchange can be divided in many categories. So you can make a language experience. So you're going to travel to another country to study English, to study Russian, to study another language. So you can do this. It's the normal way of exchange. But one time that you are participating here in this event, you also are making an exchange, a cultural exchange, and also a language exchange. But obviously, it's online, it's not presential. But anyway, you have the opportunity to share your ideas with people from different countries. And for me, as educator, I can see that we don't have many of these opportunities, many of these exchange opportunities in high school, for example. We have many students here, so I ask you to think a little bit about your colleagues, so the people in your classroom. How much of them really want to participate in a fair? How much of them really want to make exchange? So the people are starting to stop thinking about exchange, the cultural exchange, the language exchange. The people are stopping to think about it. So it's a real problem, I can say. Yeah. But obviously, I'm here to say that we have many opportunities to work, many opportunities to develop this exchange, this cultural experience, and in many countries. So even online, or if it's not online, presential, without the pandemic situation, I need to say, but we have many of this. Okay. And it's really important for us that we can imagine. I know that's a little bit difficult, but we need to try to imagine our cultural experience in another country. Okay, we need to start this, because many people never will travel. Many people will die and never will travel. Many people are not going to have a exchange opportunities before die. And we are having this with 18, 16, 12, 10 years old, 10 years old. So we are having this opportunity now. We are starting now this experience. So we are for sure many years in front of these people that are not going to have an exchange opportunity. So and when I talk about the international exchange, I'm talking about language exchange, that you can basically contact companies. So these agencies, companies, the travel companies are going to send you to some other country to study in a school, so international language school. So this is the first way. We also have the group exchange. So you're going to have, for example, your classroom, all of them will travel to Brazil to make exchange. So this is the second category. The third category will be the volunteer exchange. That is amazing experience, the volunteer exchange. There are also many companies that work with this around the world. I can say to you, IASEC. IASEC is basically the biggest youth organization around the world that work with this kind of exchange, where you travel to other countries to participate in experience of volunteer. So we're going to work as volunteer to help a community, and basically there's many options of projects that you can participate with. Basically, you're going to travel abroad to make a volunteer experience. So it's a good way that you can learn more with the people. So we're going to make your paper, basically your function in society, helping other people. So it will be an amazing experience to make a volunteer exchange. So basically, I say to you 3 types of exchange, but obviously we have many others. Like scientific exchange is another one, the international exchange. So, but basically, these that I say to you will be the most known around the world. So these are the exchange that people really want to do all the time. So even in the quarantine, even in the pandemic situation, we have students traveling abroad to make volunteer, to make language experience, to make group exchange. So this didn't stop since we started the pandemic. So one of the questions that the most part of my students ask me is how to work and study in another countries. Okay, the main point is that we need to see the regulation of each country to understand what are the countries that is easier to get a job. Not only to get the job, but to enter in the country with the objective of work. Okay, So for example, we have the Ireland, Dublin in Ireland, and we have Brussels in Belgium. If you see the regulation of work of these different nations, Ireland and Belgium, you're going to see that it's much easier to get a job in Dublin in Ireland or Cork, basically in Ireland, than Brussels or Bruges or someplace there like Amsterdam or any other. The reason of this basically is political. So we're talking about politics situation here, where some students to travel need to declare a large amount of money, 3,000 euro, 5,000 euro, just to be there. Okay. We also have the visa. For some countries, we have about 1,000 euro just to the visa, and also the cost of life. Okay, because one time that you receive an euro, so we're going to travel to another countries to receive an euro to really receiving as a salary. So one time that you are traveling to work, obviously the cost of life of this country are not going to be too much to you. You can manage the things and you can work and study there. But the initial investment will be the biggest complication to you. So for for many actually, for many opportunities, you need at least 10,000 or $10,000 to participate. Okay, but this is not too much, I can say to you, because you're going to stay 6 months, 12 months in another country, and obviously you need food, you need transport, you need accommodation, so you need many costs to live there well. And obviously, I think that someone has the mic on. I don't know exactly who. So it's really important to talk about it because at this time, Ireland, Dublin will be the best city. I was talking with one of my friends, Danilo from Seda College, that is a English school in Dublin, about these opportunities of work in another countries. And also we connect the SDG of education because we're talking about study and work, and also we connect with the quality of work in another country. So we connect these two SDG to get you some information. So Danilo was saying to me that basically one of his friends is the owner of one network of restaurants in Dublin, and he has approximately 400 vacancies for work, paying 2,400 euro per month, working 6 hours a day. So it's a good salary, okay? It's for Dublin, it's a good salary, but the cost of life will be 50% of this. So this is the way we need to check. So it's possible to travel to another country paying less than 2,000 euro or 3,000 euro. Yeah, it's possible to travel and paying less. But for sure, for some time, you're going to be irregular in some point, okay? Because the most part of the countries that can receive you to work will request you at least 3,000 euro of declaration that you have enough amount of money to stay in this country. So like Dublin is about 3,000 euro. Obviously, you can bring more 4,000 this, but obviously for now at this moment is not anymore about condition. So it's not anymore about money. It's more about the initial investment. Okay, it's really scary of some countries that you need to pay many money to participate in this experience, but the program of work and study is really important to you to see this difference between a normal study opportunity and the work and study opportunity. So for some people that is already in Europe, this is not really important because the quality of life in many countries are the same. Obviously, there are some countries that no, but for the center there will be basically the same condition, but obviously the salaries are going to be different, and also the quality of life in some aspects will be also different. But if you are able to do, please do the work and study program abroad. So it will be an amazing experience to you. We can talk also about company and organizations. So basically the company and organizations are basically what I do every day. So basically we need to divide a little bit about youth educational companies and youth organizations. Okay. I think that someone has the mic on again. That's okay, I think. So basically, when we talk about educational companies, we have many around the world. Okay, so many people are work with education, but we need to have a clear way of what kind of education we want to develop in our company. We are more educational company, or we are more a company. Yeah, this is really important because uh, I had contact with many companies around the world and for some time, for some years, and it's not only about profit, it's about having profit, helping the students and the children. So it's something that you need to have focus on. Okay, you can construct your company, your small company. You can start with a small company, but WIFA, for example, started as a scientific project. So we have many scientific projects and inventions here. So basically, each of them, or the most part of them, can become a company in future. So this is really good because, as I said, it's not only about profit. A company need to have profit. Yeah, a company need profit all the time. You have taxes to pay, you have the government to pay, you have many things to pay all the time. You need to pay something. But if you are paying this, constructing a bridge between the students and also helping these children and students, you're doing a great job. Okay, so if you want to work with education, so we want to create a company with education, focus on what is your impact, not only what is your profit. So try to connect these two different aspects, or you're not going to have success in your company. So this is a good point to talk about, because many people are teaching how to create a company, how to get $1,000, 1 million per month, per year. In Instagram, we saw all the time the people saying this, and many posts of Bitcoin, of crypto, and everything. So, but one of the best things you can do is to get money helping the people. You all don't know how good it can be. Yeah, so so this way we can connect the education of quality when we have a educational company, and also we can connect with many other SDGs. So as I see, SDG would be the word. So everything we do is connected with some SDG. If we birth, is a SDG. If we create a company, is a SDG. If we create a project, is a SDG. So everything will be in some kind of activity will be a SDG. So we are, without wanting this, but we are constructing good bridges between the SDGs. And also we have the youth organizations. Okay, this is something. Hello, I think someone muted me. It's okay to continue.
You are now online.
Okay, because I was muted here. Professor. Oops.
We're sorry.
Okay, no problem. And also the youth organizations. If you search on Instagram about Brazil, for example, you're going to see that in Brazil, we have about 100 youth organizations. So this is really, really amazing. You don't know how. In Europe, basically, when I was living in Europe, we didn't have many youth organizations, basically one just for a school. But in Brazil, we have many. So we have basically all of them are free activities that you can participate. So you can basically connect with another students from all the country, and you can start creating many things. So it will be like a group of students, but it become to be something bigger. So you start with a group like an venture or something like that, but as you stop to think, to see, you're going to see that you're going to have amazing organization, so a huge organization. So it's something that maybe I can't send you the best things about it, but if you are 16 years old, 15 years old, 18 years old, you can start your organization, even you are a minor. Okay, so many of the organizations in Brazil are generated and administered by minors. You don't need to have a government registration, anything. You just need to create your small group of students. You need to make your activities there and connect with many students around the world. Okay. So I think that before actually, but I'm saying this after. I think that would be better. We need to think about myself. So you need to think about yourself. Okay. What's the correct moment to start our opportunity? What's the correct moment to start a different activity? I can say this to you because I stopped some time ago to think if I didn't jump uh, many stages of my life. So most part of you maybe can think about it. So many things I didn't live, many things. So I'm young. So how I'm gonna know if I know I'm going to start now or in 1 month, 5 months, in 6 months, in 1 year. So what's the correct time to start opportunity, to start thinking about opportunity? Okay. Basically, these are two different things. So what's the correct time to think about opportunities? Since you get birth, so since you're 1 year, since you're 1 month there, you need to start about thinking about opportunities. Uh, but what's the correct time to start a new opportunity? What's the correct time to start this, to start exchange, international exchange? I need to say to you that I can't answer this question to you. Okay, I can't. For me, to be completely different. I started working at 12 years old, so for me, it would be different than for you. If you are from Indonesia or Asia, maybe you started working or doing some things before some people in Europe, before some people in United States. So it's really, really amazing if you stop to think, okay, about you. The most part of the time we don't think about myself or yourself. So and I think that the best point is when you use your life as a scientific project. So for example, I had a discussion with my dad. I'm sad. So this is your problematic. What kind of hypothesis you can construct to solve this problem? So I did this sometimes. For me, it worked. Okay, because basically our life is a huge scientific project. So we have basically problems and hypotheses, and the way we are going to solve these problems is our method. So if you start to see your life as a scientific project, you're going to develop many things. So basically, the best way to know what's the correct time to start a new opportunity is when you see your problems and you can see how you can solve these problems in your life. It's not the problems of other people, it's your problems in your society, a few inside you. What my problem? Everyone has problems. So what's my problem? I have some. Yeah. So how can I solve this? And one time that I solve this, yeah, now I can start a new opportunity because now I'm not perfect, but I'm a little bit better than I was a little bit of time ago. So I think that, no, there's one more. So how to divide my time, okay? I put the little people there to show you that you are just one. So you can do 1 million things because you're just one. So you are alone with you. You have friends, you have people to help you, but you are alone. Your objectives is your objectives, is not from the other people, okay? I know that's difficult to understand that you are alone, but yeah, you're lonely and alone in all the subjects. Sometimes you're going to be sad, you're going to have your friends, yeah, but your head will be just one. So you are just one person, and yeah, you are alone. Okay. But one time that you start to understand that you're being alone is not a bad thing, is a good thing. For sure, you're going to start to comprehend what's the possibilities for your mind. So what I can do, yeah, many people don't know the possibilities that you can create, your ki, your ka. So there's many things that you can start to develop. Okay. And I put also the little lamps, the little lightning, to show you that you have many ideas, but also again, you're just one. Okay. So you have many ideas, so show to the people this idea. So get these feedbacks from the people. Okay. Also apply a filter on it all the time. You need to apply a filter in everything in your life. Okay. Every time you need to see what's the best of this filter and what's the worst point of this filter. But how to divide my time? To start thinking that you have many ideas, but you're just one. Okay. So I know that it can be like, oh, I know this, but probably you are trying to do more than a work of 4 1 people. So 2, 3, 5. In my case, 10 people, the work of 10 people. But yeah, you are just one. So thank you very much. It was a small webinar of some minutes. If you have some question and if we have some time, we can do it with no problem. I'm gonna leave my Instagram with you. So if someone needs to contact me for anything or any opportunity, this is my Instagram is at edward.kovdra. So follow me there. Probably I'm gonna follow you back. And we are going to start constructing this. And also if you want help to start your youth organization in your country or in your school or community, I'm able to also help you with this. And I think that's this. Thank you very much for ISS. Muchas gracias por todos que estaban escuchando. And thank you very much for everyone.
We are thanking you too, Mr. Eduardo, and I listened to almost all of your speech, and I can take a point that it is not an easy task, but we need to take the weight to live our courage and motivation, so that we can take opportunity to do the international exchange, go find new knowledge and experience outside of our home country, especially when we are still young, around adolescents, like teenagers, because as we are going more grown up and older, there are numerous other responsibility that we need to bear. So thank you, Mr. Eduardo, for enlightening us that there are opportunities outside that we only need to be more courageous to reach it. But that's from Mr. Eduardo, and so much appreciated for your presence here. I know that the time difference between Indonesia and Brazil is quite really much. It's like 12 or 13
10 hours. Yeah,
hours.
10,
12 hours.
Yeah.
And it's 4 o'clock there in the morning, and it needs we need to be committed to be awake at that specific hours. Thank you really much, Mr. Eduardo. So much appreciated. And ladies and gentlemen, and dear participant, that was from Mr. Eduardo, and it was magnificent for me personally, because it opens us with the obstacles, challenges, but also with the solution. And Mr. Eduardo actually leave our motivation that it is possible. It is possible to do all of the things, even to like establish or to found a company that will enable not only us but also our friends from our home country to find like a wider experience in a more international environment. And the things that I can also get from his presentation is that making profits is one thing, and it is important to make profits, otherwise we can get broke. But making impact is like the essence of what we should have been doing so far. And ladies and gentlemen, by the closing statement from Mr. Eduardo earlier, it marked the end of our webinar webinar session this afternoon. And we have heard from Dr. Ari, from our dear friends Dylan, and from Mr. Eduardo himself. There are so many lessons that we can get and receive, especially when we listen to them carefully. So to dear participants, I am thankful for those who have turned your camera on and listen to the presentation all the way through from the beginning to now. But for those who haven't turned their camera on, we will not get tired to remind you to turn your camera on, because we are expecting you to do so, so that we can get the most out of the experience that you can get from this event. So, dear participants of the Ircys 2021, earlier we had Irfan, yeah? Is it correct? Yeah, Irfan, the one that gave his opinion. Arif, sorry. Yeah, it was Arif. It was Arif who told us what he felt and what he thought about this event, this Ircys 2021. And I can see that there are more people now here that have gathered and waiting for their opportunities to be us. Can we pick some of our participants here? Okay, we have Keiko Warman, am I correct? Okay, Keiko, are you there with us?
Yeah, Mr.
Okay, so Keiko, do you mind if I ask you some question?
What kind of question, Mr.?
It's an easy question. What do you think about our competition so far?
This competition is for me. This competition is very, very, very important for me, because this competition I can more explore the project of our invention, and this project. This event. In this event, we can explore our project to the judges and the others. Thank you.
Okay, that was wonderful. So we feel very proud, and we feel grateful too that if that you feel some benefits out of this competition, Keiko. And as what you said, yes, it is important to have the idea is one thing, but to present it to the others, to publish it, in fact, is the other, and that's more important than to have an idea. Having an opinion is important, but to tell it to a greater mass is even much more. Give more impact to our work, and good luck to Keiko for your research, and hopefully you get the best result in this competition.
Thank you, Mr.
Okay, best of luck to you, Keiko.
Thank you.
And I want to ask one more competitors here with the name of Mina. Okay, Mina.
Hello.
Hello. Mina, how are you doing there?
Today I'm great.
Okay, you're great. Yeah. Don't just have a good day. Have a great day, yeah.
Thank you. You too.
So, Mina, what do you think, and how do you feel about this Ircys 2021 competition so far?
Well, I'm really glad because I participated and I had a chance to hear various other students and to see their great digital posters. And I'm really, really glad because I got an invitation letter for this event.
Okay, so thanks God that you also feel the benefit and advantage of this competition too, yeah? So you're happy with this, yeah?
Yes.
And we are also delighted to see your joy and happiness that is so apparent from your smile and expression too.
Thank you.
And we are also hoping for the best to your research and the result of your research too. Okay, Mina?
Thank you.
Okay, best of luck to you, yeah. Okay, that was from Mina and Keiko, dear participants, and we send our greatest gratitude for your opinions and appreciation for this event, dear participants. And we have heard from Arif, yeah, from Keiko, and also from Mina, as the representation of all of our participants here. And we are looking forward to your further participation in the other coming events in the futures that we are surely is going to hold. So there are ISTEC 2021 about next semester, and also Ircys 2000 and ISTEC 2022. Okay, in earlier next year, and also Ircys 2022 next year as well. So if you are now at secondary level, do not worry that we are opening the competition for the college level. If you are at the college level, we are expecting you, and we are hoping that you can also join us for the next agenda, yeah, for the next event in the future. So, ladies and gentlemen, and dear participant, thank you for still joining with us, for staying tuned with us. And to make things a bit more interesting, I have, so we from the organizer have prepared you a jargon. Okay, so whenever I say future young scientists, we want you to answer by turning your microphone on, of course. Yes, we are. So once more, if I say future young scientists, please answer it with yes, we are. Okay, do you get it? Easy, yeah? Yes, we are. As easy as yes, we are. Okay, let's try. This is our first attempt, okay? Future young scientists.
Yes.
We are. Yes, we are. Okay, that was good. Because yes, we definitely are future young scientists, right? Once more. Future young scientists.
Yes, we are.
But I want to see fire burning inside your eyes. What's that? Yeah. Give me much more. How do you call it? Energy. Thank you. Yeah. Give me much more energy. Future young scientists.
Yes, we are.
Okay, that was wonderful. Hopefully, I don't forget to say the jargon later while the awarding ceremony is running. But thank you for your teamwork, yeah, guys. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, and dear participants, before we jump into our other main agenda of awarding ceremony, which is the one that we have been awaiting so far, we, as the organizer of Ircys 2021, is going to give you a farewell message, a closing message of a highest appreciation to your participation in this event. We are going to show you a video, a closing video, specially made with love by us, the organizer, to you all our dear participant of the Ircys 2021. So, guys, participants, without more delay, please enjoy the following video. Happy watching.
keep curious, do research, and keep moving forward.
Do the best, be the best, and good luck for you.
Fight different with burning fires. COVID-19
say online learning is boring.
Or something. So why do you want to choose the mid?
Can you imagine?
Disaster evacuation rescue room.
An area of nearly 1 degree may occur.
So in the remaining 70% mission at SLB Negeri Bekasi Jaya by providing counseling to orphans.
Hi, my name is Jacob.
My name is Arif Oko.
My name is Sakil.
My name is Lilith.
My name is Nawi Bernadette Abdiana Sitorus and
Muhammad Alfar Prasetya. I'm from Turkey.
I'm from Mexico.
I'm from Serbia.
I'm from Armenia.
We are from Indonesia.
I'm ready for International Research Competition for Young Scientists 2021.
Future young scientists.
Yeah. Let's applause to our dedication in this competition. Don't be afraid. Just give us ourselves applause. Okay, congratulations, guys. I personally didn't attend the interview from the juries myself, but I can imagine that it was exciting as much as it's terrifying sometimes. But the long-awaited time has been over, my dear participants. Now we are going to see and going to hear by ourselves the result of the Ircys 2021. So ladies and gentlemen and beloved participants, now it is time for our long-awaited agenda, the Ircys 2021 awarding ceremony. So here is the winner nomination. We will begin with the elementary school level for the category of Applied Studies or AS. So the winner for the elementary school level of Applied Study category is, the first place will go to Dilan Sirilo Anwar from Indonesia with the research title of Save the Forest or Sapos Game. Congratulations to Dilan. What a job, Dilan. That was magnificent, Dilan, yeah, to be honest. And I will always be honest with you. Congratulations to Dilan for the first place award for Applied Studies category. And the next, after the first place, okay, so we move to the next category and the next level with the same category, the level of secondary school with the category of Applied Studies. So who will get the third place? Yeah, we'll begin with the third place, and the third place will go to Muhammad Noval dari Nugraha and Rasik Akbar from Indonesia with the research title of Pleurotus ostreatus best skin tonic as a natural nourishing agent. Congratulations to Noval and Rasik for the third place award. That's wonderful and amazing. Amazing job. Good job to Noval and Rashid. Next up, the second place for the Applied Studies category of the secondary school level will be given to Ali Akbar Alaidrus and Hasan Sodik Alaidrus from Indonesia with the research title of S-Hydroparco Superhydrophobic Nanospray Paper Coating Liquid Base Eggshell Waste and Choline as adsorbent. Congratulations Ali and Hasan for the award. You get the second place. That's amazing. Well, the first place will go to Hasan Lavsioglu from Bosnia with the research title of No Need for Speed Volume 2. Yeah, it's like the antithesis of Need for Speed, but what a research. Congratulations to Hasan for getting the first place award in Applied Science category of secondary school. Big congratulations to Hasan. Next up, the next category of the same level, the category of theoretical studies of the secondary level, and the third place award is given to Kanesha Kanahaya Arif and Brian Nabil Raharja from Indonesia. Congratulations to Kanesha and Brian with the research title of Positive Impact of Digitalization of Halal Culinary for Muslim Tourists and Business Owners to Stimulate Economic Growth. Congratulations to to Kanesha and Brian Nabil. What a win. And the next place, the second place for theoretical studies of secondary school level is going to Keiko Eventius Warman and Bravestama Isa Rashid from Indonesia. Congratulations to Keiko and Bravestama. Great appreciation to you too with the research title of Potency of Ketapang Leaf Concentrate. That was the title of the research. Congratulations to Keiko and Bravestama. A way to go. And move on to the first place. Your heart must be pounding for this one. And the first place of the theoretical studies category for secondary school level will go to Arif Pawoko and Melinda Presilia Putri from Indonesia. Congratulations to Arif and Melinda with the research title of Performance Analysis of Dye-Synthesized Solar Cell-Based Synthesized Rhodamin B, Synthesized Carbon Nanodots from Bamboo Leaves as Renewable Energy. Congratulations Arif and Melinda for the award that you just get. Yeah, that is amazing and a very wonderful work. So before we move to the other category of the same level, perhaps for the next announcement, I sadly and unfortunately apologize to you all guys. I may not name or may not mention the research title to make the time much more effective. So we're going next to the category of humanity studies of secondary school level. And the third place award will be given to, who's going to get the winner? Aska Rahmat Fasya and Ramadan Aryan di Nugraha from Indonesia. Congratulations, Aska and Ramadan. That's a way to go. Next up for the second place. The second place for the Humanity Studies category of secondary school level is going to Mazaya Haifa Azahra and Rizkicha Fajar Dwi Andini from Indonesia. Okay, thank you for the applause. Fantastic job to Mazaya and Rizkika. Congratulations, yeah. And the first place of Humanity Studies of secondary school level is given to Gabi Rosandi and Dira Alifa Bani Tarigan from Indonesia. Give them some big applause. Excellent job from you two, Gabi and Dira. Congratulations for the award of the first place in Humanity Studies of secondary school level. Once more, we are proud of you, Gabi and Dira. And that was the awarding for the Humanity Studies category of secondary school level. Let's move on to the other categories. To the other categories and level 2, yeah. The college level of the category of applied science. Applied studies, I'm sorry, yeah. The college level of the category of applied studies, forgive me. And the second place of this category will go to Ahmad Fauzi Kusuma and Nuriski Satrio Wibowo from Indonesia. You nailed it, Ahmad and Nuriski. Congratulations. And the first place of applied studies of college level will be given to... Who's the winner? Ceyhun Deniz Keles and Kuzey Tuncer from Turkey. That's the way to go. Excellent. A stupendous job from you two, Ceyhun and Kuzey. Congratulations for the first place award in applied studies college level to Ceyhun and Kuzey. Okay, for the next category, the college level, still in the college level, we have the theoretical studies for this time. And let's see who will get the third place award in this category. And the winner of the third place award is going to go to Alan Christopher Belmonte Vega from Mexico. Bravo, bravo. Nice one. That was a good job, Alan. Congratulations. And the second place of theoretical studies of college level is going to Ege Chaliskan and Murat Isik from Turkey. Wow, big applause for them. That's good work, a really great work from you two, Ege and Murat. Okay, congratulations to Ege and Murat, but we now going to the first place awardee. And the winner of the first place awardee is Jana Pokusha from Serbia. I'm sorry if I mention or name your name wrong, but we are so proud of Jana for taking the first place in theoretical studies category of college level. That's a way to go, and spectacular, Jana. Well, that was from the theoretical studies category of college level. And we have more to come. Still from the college level, we have the category of humanity studies. And who will get the winner? For the second place, the awardee of the humanity studies category is going to go to Sude Kahraman and Ismak Ozden from Turkey. Keep up your good work, guys. That's a wonderful job. And still on the humanity studies category of the college level, the first place, okay, who's getting nervous? We'll go to Mina Krongorak from Serbia. That's the way to go. Congratulations and fantastic job to Mina. We are happy for you. We are happy for Mina and all of you, all the awardees. And that was really wonderful. And I'm speechless. I'm speechless personally to see you all guys get this win this award. Okay, and that was all the categories from all levels, right? Okay, and before we go to the grand award, we are going to mention some honorary mention. Yeah, some honorable mention, right? Oh, okay. Well, in the end, there will be some honorable mention that will be announced. But for now, yeah, this is the award above all the award. Yeah, because we are going to announce who's the best from all the best. So this is the grand award that will select the best winner from all the category and all the level. So this grand award, the winner of this grand award will receive an automatic invitation, yeah, to the Asian Youth for Future Festival of 2021. So within this year, in this year, from WIFA, World International Fairs Association, that will be held next month, 23rd to 25th of November 2021. Once more, if one of you here receive this award, receive this grand award or win this grand award, you will get automatic invitation to the Asian Youth for Future Festival 2021 from World International Fairs Association that will be held at 23rd to 25th of November 2021. So let's see who will get this grand award. We will call them grand awardee then, yeah? Who are the grand awardee this time of Ircys 2021? And the grand award will be won by Jana Pokusa from Serbia. Wow! Congratulations, Jana. Yeah, although we are far apart, me at Indonesia, you from Serbia, but I am so delighted and I am so pleased to have you as our grand award. Congratulations, Jana, and you are automatically invited to the Asian Youth for Future Festival 2021 later, November 2020. Congratulations once more. That's a wonderful job that you have done, Jana. Okay. Well, we are so cheerful for you, Jana. And that was the grand award. Congratulations to Jana. And beside the grand award that Jana just received, we are also going to announce the Young Scientist Award that is going to one of our participants here to honor how do you call it, to honor the courage and the motivation despite perhaps a very young age. So the Young Scientist Award, this time for the Ircys 2021, is going to be given to Dilan Sirilo Anwar from Indonesia. Okay, Dilan. That was nice one. Not just nice one, that was great one, yeah. Congratulations to Dilan. Earlier we all heard of his presentation and we know that he deserved it. He deserved it. But dear participant, you all are basically winners too. So that was the second from another one from the three announcements that I'm going to make. The last one is the Digital Poster Competition Award. And this Digital Poster Competition Award is also, not coincide, but also the winner of Digital Poster Contest of Ircys 2021. So you got like two titles here, yeah? the award of digital poster, but also the winner of digital poster contest. Do you want to know who the winner is? So the best poster of digital poster competition is going to go to Mazaya Haifa Azahra and Rizky Shah Fajar Duyandini from Indonesia. That's a very beautiful poster that you created, yeah, Mazaya and Rizky Kak. Yeah, you're really good at doing the design. Congratulations to Mazaya and Rizky Kak. We're happy for you too, Mazaya and Rizky Kak. Okay, that was all the announcement, but the last one. So, dear participant, we also have some honorable mention. And wait a minute, I'm going to read it for you. So the honorable mention is to Andrew Susanto and Livian Aurel from Indonesia. And to Safik Safwan Nuha from Indonesia, and Denisia Shafa and Clarissa Cynthia from Indonesia, Ramadan Keisha Kamaluddin and Fahmi Sultan from Indonesia, Milky Anjani and Gaisa Zahira from Indonesia, Kevan Valerio Anwar and Brian Alvarico Anwar from Indonesia, Arkan Fauzan Avatar and Muhammad Quraish Arfiza from Indonesia, Syahir Al-Fatih and Ahmad Habib Ridho Fatur Rashidin from Indonesia, Rufaro Murisa and Ashir Tatenda Mpaso from Zimbabwe, Siva Shankeri and Shiva Robini from Malaysia, Naomi Bernadette and Muammar Aufar from Indonesia, Aifa Jahda Uli Ahmad and Pua Kitaralami from Indonesia, Galuh Sofi Nuril Husna and Kuni Nurdiana from Indonesia, Perla Marisol Pena from Mexico, Made Cahyani Trisna Amanda from Indonesia, and Lilith Gregorian and Shogik Gazarian from Armenia. I'm sorry if I pronounce your name incorrectly, and that was our honorable mention. We are so honored and feel so glad that you can join us here in this competition for 2 days, yeah, for a whole 2 days. And although you may not be mentioned in the awardee previously, but we are so delighted and honored by your presence here in our competition this year. And we are inviting you to join our competition next year. And we really hope that you can you can get the award for the next occasion of our event. So, ladies and gentlemen, and dear participants that that are beloved, that was perhaps all from us, the organizer of the Ircys 2021, all the awardees, all the winners of the award from our competition has been announced. And but please do not leave yet, because we are going to take a screenshot, yeah, a picture of you. So if your camera is still off, all right, please, it's the end of the session, yeah. Guys, please turn it on, because we are going to take pictures of you with all the organizers here in this room, including me. Yeah, if you are not feel ashamed about it. So, okay, please turn your camera on. There, how many slides that, how many times that the photo will be? Okay, 3 times, yeah. Okay, please turn your camera on and put the your best face, yeah, your best ever face, yeah, yeah, the cutest one. All right, all right. Please, in 3, 2, 1, say cheese, cheese. All right, that was good one. Okay, the next take Ready, everyone? Now, everyone, in 3, 2, 1, say ah. Ah. The last one, do whatever you want, do whatever you will, yeah? Okay, everyone, the last capture, the last photograph of our session. In 3, 2, 1, please pose. All right, okay, and ladies and gentlemen and dear participant, and this is our today's awarding ceremony, and our today's awarding ceremony as well as the event of the international of the Ircys 2021 itself have been finally concluded. Yeah, and we are all relieved from the anxiety, the nervous of waiting for the result. Congratulations for all the awardees, all the winner of the awards, and especially the grand awardees. Yeah, to Jana. Yeah. Okay, congratulations for your achievement and for your success, and we are looking forward for your further participation in our coming events, including the next year, Ircys 2022. Congratulations to you all, guys. This is the ending of the awarding ceremony. I'm your host, Hilman Fajri Firdaus. Until next time. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good afternoon. See you. See you later. Bye.